Hello, everybody. We're here with the Bloom guys at the Academy Day number 6. And to get started, please introduce yourself. Tell us a little about yourself and how you got started with visualization.
Yeah, my name is Hannes König. I'm an architect by schooling, in fact, like pretty much everyone here. And I met Christian and Andre 7 years ago now, I think, and we clicked immediately. And ever since then, we have been collaborating on projects. And I run the Berlin office for them nowadays.
My name is Christian Zöllner. I'm one of the founders of Bloomimages, and we did that 8 years ago. After working quite a while as an architect, we started this company and enjoyed the big adventures ever since then.
Okay, in your presentation, you've shown us the structure of your company. You have 2 offices, one in Hamburg, one in Berlin, and you have quite a lot of artists now at these studios. So 2 things. One, I'm interested in this because I have this job board on the blog. So for all those who post their resumes over there, what it is that you're looking for in an artist for the studio, because I know you're looking for some new ones. And besides that, having such a big team, how it is that you manage everything and keep the level between the 2 offices as well.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we tried your job department, let's say, and it worked very well. It was the best reply we ever got on a like when we were advertising the job. Yes, and we are lately even more looking for people who kind of share the same world of ideas and languages with us. We don't look so much for the technical side anymore because we think this is anyway not our strongest part. But we think what we know we can also teach within 2 or 3 months, all the technical aspects of the work, and so we think it's more important that we kind of enjoy the time together and that the people and the personalities somehow work together.
Yeah, talking about resources between Hamburg and Berlin, I think we're very grateful and sharing these. We have a server setup that allows us to use all resources basically shared with each other. Whenever something changes, we communicate it with each other, so we're on the same base level of resources basically. And that gives us a good start, and then we exchange very often. We have a daily update of running projects between both branches, and through that I know what's going on, what is in Hamburg, what interesting projects, we chat about it, criticize. So it's still an open exchange. It's not as remote as it may sound for the beginning.
And the workflow in the offices, how is it working exactly? One artist takes project from the beginning stage all the way to the final, or do you have some kind of mixing in between the teamwork?
Yeah, I mean that depends on the size of the project. Actually, we try to have one guy working on a project from beginning to start, including the communication and everything. But if there's a bigger project, then we put together teams. And lately we also explored this idea: what's the optimum team size? Let's say, what's the best size? Sorry, what's the best size for working together? And so we ended up building 2 people teams, and that usually works pretty well. And then we change the team partners every, let's say, 3 or 4 months, so that you get to know the styles of everybody else. That was what we were talking about before. Since we don't have this particular style, but we have like a common attitude behind the work that we are doing, it's easier to have 2 offices, for example, because the approaches to the projects will be different anyway, depending on the project. But this thing that connects us is hopefully the quality of the outcome, but also that we have this specific idea how to solve a problem.
And okay, that's interesting. And at the presentation, you mentioned yesterday that architecture visualization is one thing that you do, and now you're entering into some new venues. Can you maybe share with us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean the most interesting field right now for us, since we are architects, is this thing we call set design, which is like creating surroundings for advertisement, for games, for movies, maybe in the future, hopefully. And so we are very much into that and try to design our own places. And at the same time, we do kind of a pre-image process. We don't finish the work entirely, but we would provide these kind of type of buildings to be backgrounds for other render processes. And that is something we are exploring for 1.5 years now, and it seems like it really works. We have like done 20 projects in that field already, and it's very interesting. Yesterday I heard this lecture about VR, obviously, and I think if the entire world is going to be transferred into virtual reality one day, then all this has to be designed somehow. And of course there will be the technical side as well, but I think even more important is to design all this in a fantastic way.
Okay, so when you approach this kind of topic now, then just being an architect or just being an architectural visualization artist, maybe that's not enough. So there's music, there's cinematography. I mean, you need a director, you need this screenwriter. You need. So how do you have these like on team? Do you think about adding them?
With my first employee in Berlin has branched out and done his own company as a visualization animation service provider. So we have a network of people who work with us, producers, motion graphic designers. We trust, we love them, we go to concerts with them. I think we all consider ourselves very lucky to be these generalists and have interests beside visualization. And also, as Christian and I have also been working as designing architects, it is something we are still keen on. So I think we try to find the right personnel for the task and put sympathetic people together which we can work with day and night, which is crucial. And the rest kind of works itself out then, hopefully.
Yeah, I think we will never make beautiful animations ourselves. That is not our goal, you know. We will never be able to do that. We are also not that strong on the technical side of image making, let's say. But yeah, hopefully we can collaborate with people who are able to do that.
So besides work, what it is that you do in each of the offices, or maybe just one of them, to wind down, relax, some kind of nice stories about office culture?
Well, I guess we have the occasional beer together like you do on a Friday afternoon when the week's finished and all the projects are, at least for the weekend, out of the door. Quite recently we have attended a bike race with some of our team members in Hamburg, actually wearing our own colors, like making our own jerseys with the Bloomimages logo, and then at least 3 of us, I think originally we planned for 6 to participate, but like it is on last notice, the team shrunk. But anyways, that was a great experience, and I think we want to build on that and have more of these.
And in Hamburg, we just established something on Fridays where we are like inviting people to talk with us. For example, last week we had a great car photographer there, and he's one of the most famous guys doing all the Mercedes, let's say, advertisements and so on. And that was so interesting to learn from him and his experience. And after that, we still have our beers together, and then start the next week with new ideas, hopefully.
Okay, so thank you very much. It was a really big pleasure for me to talk to you today, and we'll see you at the next interview. Bye-bye.